Hey, hey, hey. Hey, good afternoon, good evening it is. It is Saturday and it's fantastic. Back after some shoots and some few tips here and there just to be able to start off this amazing weekend. I know you've started off your weekend and probably you have lots of moments that are around you and great things that have been happening throughout the day. You've been in weddings, you've been in baby showers, you've been in birthdays, you know. Lots of nice things are happening around us. And, you know, many times we look at good moments. Maybe you're just driving by and you see some great shots that you should have taken. And then you just go like, wow, that looks like a nice photo. But then what happens is, if you don't take it, it ends up being the untaken photo, you know? And you just say, oh, you looked really nice. And how comes we were not able to take pictures at that particular time? So since you're not on the iGram, and or maybe if you're on the iGram and you don't really consider the pictures that you take as though they are real moments that you need to document, it's important for you to note that your pictures today will actually make your memories tomorrow. So it's really incredible. Today was really fantastic. Lots of pictures, getting to work on some editing here and there, just trying to clear up how the weekend was, and it's really fantastic. Much congratulations to my friend Chris on his wedding yesterday. It was really fantastic. Hey Mwitu Wakanini, I see you, you're watching. How you doing? It's a shout out to today for you. And let me ask you, do you remember this song? Tell me if you remember it. It's a very you know, when TV used to have the name Utna, you know, it used to come on Saturdays. And then there was a show. This was from Cameroon, if you can remember. So I actually looked up what this song means. It actually means come and do what you came to do. Oh my goodness. You know, I can't really imagine I'm listening to this song, you know, like it's really taking me back. Utna, you know, be okay. You know, this is I was playing some playlist and then, you know, YouTube just brings this up. So I was like, wow, I wonder how many of you can remember this. When TV was not, it was not high definition, but it was really nice TV. So Mwitu Wakanini, when do you plan your shoot? It needs to be soon. So what this song means is this, it's a Cameroonian song. It simply says, and if you're Cameroonian and you're here, you can help us. Samina Mina means come. Waka Waka means do it. As in perform at us. So Waka is Pidgin language. Mean walk while you're walking. Okay, for those of you who are joining, I'm just gonna start this all over from the top. Okay, now. And then you just tell me how far back you can remember. Alright? Okay, let's see. How old were you? Can you remember? Okay, let's try and see. Push your memory hard. Some of you are not yet born. Now to discern me, by the way. Hadassah baby girl says, haha, I remember. Do you remember Utna? This was the contribution from Cameroon. But right now you look at the video, it's so blurry, you can't even see. But you know, music has a way of taking you back. You know, when you hear a certain song, it takes you back to a time. It can actually remind you when that was. It can remind you that particular timestamp. The same way that you need to make pictures and file moments. Moments are very critical because that's how you're gonna remember stuff, you know. Jemima Mungai, how you doing? Well done, I saw you in the gym. Keep working at it. Then you come for the shoot, Cindio. Big up to all my Cameroonian friends, especially Peter and Irene. Your brother-in-law, it was really fun, you know, hanging out with him during your wedding. He's from Cameroon, so what were Cameroon, Kinasikola, or this in the States? I know this song has brought you out, Okay, let me put on some volume for you. And then these songs used to be very long, you know, they never used to end. Yeah, Jamima, keep working at it. I saw you. What? That was a lot of effort. Well done, well done, well done. Na watu wote wale wako ndani ya gym, tunawasupport na tunawajoin very soon. You know, you wouldn't want to go into a lift and then it says one at a time. A big up and greetings to my Geneva family. Siko, Dr. Siko MD. I knew this song itakutoa huko, sindio? At that time you guys were the only ones with a TV, sindio? In your area. Siko za Utna. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm just about to tell you how far back this was, alright? It was actually 31 years ago. 31. By the way, Eric Joe Munene, welcome. I have your video loading. In a short while, we're gonna see the behind the scenes. And then there's one who had a big tummy, so used to be held. Oh my goodness. You gotta thank God for YouTube sometimes, you know. Ebu, someone remind me something from this time. You know, when you take your phone and your camera and you're taking pictures, you need to remember that you are actually filing your moments. Just like this Samina Mina song, you know, it just takes us back to a time. It was very new in 1986. Yeah, this one, Shalamwana, Tabule, Pepe Kale. Yeah, those were the times, you know. By the way, you know Sam Fantomas was here the other day. Okay, Zico, I'm gonna just play this very shortly, and then I'm gonna change that and play something else. Okay, now listen. This one I know, yes, is a Zico, isn't it? Okay, let me see. You remember that one too? But that one was not very old as what I just played. Okay, this is patented stuff, so I wouldn't want to play it longer than that. Well, let me tell you, beloved, you know, one thing I wanted to bring across is music has a way of putting a timestamp on our moments, you know, like when guys gather together and it's someone's birthday and, you know, someone plays a song, you'll just notice that everybody that was seated down is gonna rise up and gonna go to the dance floor and just gonna start dancing to Brenda Fassie, all those people. But when you have your camera, you don't think of it as if you actually are documenting great moments. So it's important for you to notice that every moment that you pick up your phone or you pick up your camera or you pick up your tablet or you pick up your capsule. Oh my goodness. Is there something like a capsule? Like if we have tablets, do we have capsules? No. We just have tablets, you know, like the other day I was asking one of my sons, give me some tablets that, you know, I had a cold, so I needed tablets. So I said, give me some Panadol tablets that were there. So he came back and he said, it is not yet charged. So I was like, what? Now kids think tablets are devices and not actually medicine. So this weekend, as it starts off, you need to realize that all of us have devices like this, that most of the time we are photographing stuff and we are looking at our pictures, posting them on the iGram and doing all these things. But none of us sometimes really consciously put an effort to realize that those moments are very, very precious. And you're not going to get them any more time. Just like when you need to make a great moment that you'll remember. So hapa hivi tunafanya ma-editing kidogo. Now that's my kind of music when I'm working. Alright. It's good to see you, Siko, this. Let me just do a small interlude and then I'll continue. This is Joshua Kessler. I don't need nobody to tell my troubles to. Hey, Janet Komboka, good to see you, my sister. And it's incredible, you know, as I continue to share those tips here and there. For tutorials, that will be another forum. But this one, I'm just giving you some top of the mind tips that can help you make good pictures of every moment that you have. Right now, maybe you could be hanging out with friends, but you're feeling shy to just remove your camera, which is this device, and calling a waiter and telling them, please take a picture of us. If you don't do that, you leave that place and your 20 years, 10 years reunion will not have any memories. So it's important for us to actually document time using cameras, and that's what you do for you on a professional level when you come with your family, and when you come for your event, when you bring your corporate event, when you do your company profile. That's where you need a professional. But every single day that you wake up, moments begin to move. They begin to move. Like if you photograph a certain corner in your neighborhood every single morning, in the next 2 months, 3 months, you'll see a big difference. Your dog, maybe, if you have pets, begin to photograph them, and you begin to see a difference as you do that. And it's incredible, when this happens. So some tips for you, and a great playlist is happening. So we thank God for you. My happy man. 586 671. Yeah. All right, we are back. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm a DJ, and then you are the audience. Joshua Kessler. The good thing with this kind of Caribbean music, will not be harassed for copyright by Facebook and so on. All right, hi Carol Gega, the Watu and Dallas, much love and greetings. Now, let's go back to class. So we're talking about moments that are always passing every single day. What are we doing with those moments? And another thing that we need to think is, are those moments well documented? Praise His name. Now this music is quite distracting because I just want to play it again. I'm gonna lift Him higher. I'm gonna praise His name. So let's hang out, guys. It's Saturday. Let the fear of God's grace and mercy. What a joy that I'm just about to finish some edits here. Today has been quite eventful. Awesome. To be called a child of God, I'm gonna lift you up. I'm gonna praise His name. I'm gonna lift you up, and I am not ashamed. I'm gonna lift you up, and I am not ashamed. Yes, I'm gonna lift you up, and I am not ashamed. He's always there. If you've not liked our Facebook page, it's Glorious Photography Pictures. All right. So much love and greetings yet again to all of you. Julia Mudengi, salamu nyingi to Larry as well. Larry Oyolo, my big bro out of Geneva, God bless you. It's a shout out day as well. I'm gonna give you shout outs as you come on live. It all belongs to you. So this weekend is a great opportunity for you to make moments. You don't have to be a professional photographer for you to document your moments well. All you need to do is to have an awareness, like have an awareness that that picture you're taking with your mobile phone should be well framed. It should be right in the middle nicely. The other technical stuff you can learn, like in a walk in my shoes session, like you can inbox me if you're interested, and we can be able to plan something together. But you have to be a serious person. You have to have a camera maybe, or some work at least that we can see. Then we can be able to encourage you. Yeah, so that's on that. But when it comes to just what's happening around us, I can tell you, if you look at your device right now, I have a friend of mine, she's called Kate. She told me the other day she has over 18,000 photos on her phone. I was like, what? 18,000? So how are you gonna look at them? And the problem of that is simple. When you're holding your device and then you go to WhatsApp and you take lots and lots and lots and lots of pictures, or lots and lots and lots of selfies, and then you don't have time to review them. You'll end up with tons and tons and tons of pictures, especially for models like Miss Kimani, my good friend. Much love and greetings to you. We need to catch up soon. Rosemary Kimani, God bless you so much for watching. You see, it's important that you take time and look at your pictures and delete what you don't need. Actually, just do it. Just right now, get into your system, and instead of going to read and forward videos, just purpose to get rid of the stuff you don't need. Just do spring cleaning. Make every Saturday your day. Make every Friday your day. Just get rid of those things that you do not need. You understand? Yeah. Joshua Kessler, I love this guy. He has amazing music. Now I know you know this one. Let me play it, then you can be able to move on with our tips and hangouts. Yeah, today I'm so excited. It's the 6th of May, and it's a beautiful evening. It's rainy. It has been a rainy day in Nairobi, and we are glad that we are able to finish our assignments earlier. I like it when it's nice and we have to play it twice. Okay, I like that. My bro Burale, ukitoka Dallas ukuje twende Dallas. Dallas is in Matu Yata. You know that place? Much love, my brother Burale. Good work you're doing on the web, and physically too. I'm your friend. So earlier we've said, okay, let this play. It's really nice. Can take your place. To see in the warmth of your embrace. Help me find my way. Bring me back to you. When you stay inspired, you get to do a lot of stuff as a creative, and there is no place where you can get good inspiration than from the source of the creation. God is the creator. So if you need to be creative, that's where you need to plug in. Linda N.Y. Ganjo, much love and greetings to you. Niliona ulikuwa na Obama, ulikuwa wapi? Good stuff. So what I'm looking at here, I'm actually working on some stuff. At the same time, we're hanging out together. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Now, let me tell you something. You see, there are times when you meet those friends from, those who know you very well. And someone has a camera and they want to take pictures. And then maybe the ladies especially, they pout a lot, they make faces, they put fingers up, they put fingers behind the heads of the people. In as much as you may want to do all that, please kindly make sure that you have at least one clear picture of your friendship or your family, or something that can be framed, something you can put up, something that you can stretch into a canvas like this one of our dear client Rose Mawea. Something like this, an amazing canvas print that you can have in your home. If at all you're putting you're pouting on this kind of a photo, you can't frame it because it will look funny. But since you're on the web, Snapchat and all this, you find yourself having those filters. So you can imagine the only moment you had with your friend before they went to the States for 6 years to 10 years is when they have that rabbit head on them. You can imagine that. You can imagine that. You can imagine the rabbit head is around the person, and then that's the only photo you have. So it's important, even if you have the fun moments and all those moments, please, my friend, document them well. Take one picture at least. It has no fun, it has no jokes. Please avoid taking pictures when you're drunk. Avoid totally. And if possible, drink lots of juice and lots of other nice drinks. Now I hear milk is joining the class of very expensive drinks, and we pray that the economy in our country is going to change. And rain has come now, so I expect the cows to have more milk, and then we'll have less of the shortage. So it's important that you note those things over the weekend. I know you're going to bump into your friends at the airport, you're going to bump into your friends at the hotel, you're going to have a get-together. So anywhere you're going to go this weekend, just begin now. Remove those old photos from your computer. It just takes a cable. Just put a cable on your computer and download. In case even something happens to your phone, you'll still have your pictures. But if you don't, then you will not have the memories to come back to. It's your international travel. That moment when you stood with the ambassador of such a place. That moment where you took pictures with your primary school teacher. And then she travels to another country and you never get to meet her. So it's important. And that's what I'm sharing today. So if you have time and bundles, if you're on a Wi-Fi zone, let's hang out. Singing 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord of my soul. I'm gonna play this again. Bless the Lord. The man is called Joshua Kessler. If you want to listen to him, and he has a great vibe, very good for workflow. Oh my soul, worship is all. So if you have any questions how to organize your pictures, or anything related to what we're talking about, just write on the comments. I'm gonna respond to them live. Dorcas Mudeu Wambua, much greetings to you. Bado tunakungoja. When the evening comes, bless the Lord, my soul, my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, worship His holy name. So, weekend photography tips and filing your moments. So how many of you are interested in more of these details? We'll be putting them up on my YouTube channel. I have two YouTube channels. One is for Malcolm Silla and the other one is for Glorious Photography Pictures. So you can be able to follow, and that would be a good thing. That day when the strength is failing. Okay, let me come back. More tips. Greetings to my family in Germany. We have Lalo Casero, Wanjiro Mwangi, Anita Mungai, all the Germany family. God bless you so much. Not forgetting Robert. Yes, Robert. Your name inakwanga refu. Let me try to pronounce it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I got it. Robert Kapperman. Big up Robert Kapperman in Germany. Much love and greetings. And my sister Siko all the time. Now, I hope you're all having a good time over here as we get to share and have all these great tips. So another thing that I've seen we do is that once we take soft pictures, we never get back to them. And for me, who's a professional photographer, sometimes it gets very, very, very overwhelming, because sometimes you'll be at an event, and then in that event alone, you can be able to make close to 3,000, 4,000 pictures. So when you do all those pictures, what you need to do is you have to sit and go through every single of those pictures. And then eventually you're going to end up with the best of that. So if you use a scientific formula, it might help, but sometimes the art beats the science. So that means you have to get beyond, just the mathematics of it into how the pictures are going to look. You know, you might have 3,000 pictures, yet when you narrow down, you're gonna end up with something like maybe 800. You might be able to have 4,000 pictures, and maybe they were all so good that you have to now change them into sessions, and every session can have something like 500, 600, 700, even 1,000 pictures, based on how good and accurate your camera was. Just like in a war, a soldier goes to war with ammunition, a soldier goes to war with a lot of equipment, but eventually what they're going to come out of the war with is victory or defeat. So it depends what the soldiers prepare themselves for. If they prepare themselves for victory, they're going to come out with victory. If they prepare themselves for defeat, they're going to come out defeated, or even maybe in a body bag. So, as a cameraman, or if you love photography, what you need to note is your gadget, whatever it is. It could be a tablet, it could be a phone, it could be a camera, it could be even the front part of your laptop. That could also be a source of pictures. All you need to do is you just have to keep making the moments, and then after that you're going to have time to look at them and grade them. I see you, Jane Mary Karuga, watching from Pittsburgh. What's up, Pittsburgh? Let's get some nice, wonderful song by Joshua Kessler that is going to make the Pittsburgh people feel included in this matter. Alright, this is Joshua Kessler one more time. You're now on Glorious Photography Radio. Wow, awesome. Michelle Mugambi, I see you and I shout out to you. You better recognize Pittsburgh is tuned in. Jen Mary Karuga, when you're back home, just remember you gotta make a date with us. Kenya Kwanza. Say to me, you want to be my number one. That to set me free. So the battle has been won. Jesus, you are my number one. Jesus, you are my number one. Let me know your future plan. And a man called Deba Pro. And then there's another one called Olive. Olive loves German Shepherd dogs very much. Big up, Oliver. We're not going to know shepherd dogs anymore. Hey, Faith Kaviu. Awesome. Good to see you watching. My number one. Let me know your future plans. Oh yes, Jen Mary says, Kenya, my home, my country. Great tips. So let's get onto our devices. Let's make this practical as possible. If you're not using your computer, if you're not using your phone to see this, begin to delete old stuff, because moments are going to pass you, you know, especially tomorrow in church. Just try to do the things you do me, and God will supply all your needs. Jesus, you are my number one. Jesus, you are my number one. Let me know your future plans. All the future plans are right there in the word of the Lord. So if you have time, just read them. He wants to be my number one. Has been won. Feel free to share this video if you enjoy what's happening here. And Jesus, you are my number one. Let me know your future plans. Alright, let's continue with the tips. Yeah, so we know storage is one of the things that challenges all of us, you know, like in photography we use these cards, and these cards determine how much you can store in your camera. But in the phone you might have the small SD ones, or you might have just the device having enough space that you can just be able to photograph and photograph and photograph. But to date, we still don't have a gadget that can store all the images. Okay, Google is trying to work on something, because every time you photograph something, it uploads. Yeah, we keep going with the Joshua Kessler. So one of the things that happens is, every time you photograph, when you're connected to your Google account and you've put in your settings in such a way that they will be able to auto-save, what's going to happen is your pictures are going to be safe. They're going to be in Google. And if they're in Google, you're going to enjoy those moments much later. But you know, the shock is this: if your pictures are in soft version, my friend, you don't have pictures. Because pictures that are in soft version are not pictures. They are files. They are documents. The computer sees them as megabytes. Your phone does not interpret them as anything else but media. So you have to look at it as from the point of, if you really, 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 really like your pictures, you have to print them out. Yes, that's right. You have to make sure that those pictures are not in media form. They are not in an MB form. They are not in a format that you cannot be able to physically look at without a machine. You know, the other day we saw WhatsApp give us a scare. You know, it was a few hours. If you are a regular WhatsApp user, you might have noticed there was a problem with WhatsApp. It was down, almost the whole world. And during that particular time, it was a shock on many, because there are people who communicate with WhatsApp every minute, every second. There are people who use Facebook every minute, every second. There are people who use their phone every minute, every second. And all these images are going by. Let me ask you a question. There are some of these platforms, I think Snapchat is one of them, where you record something and it just stays there for 24 hours. So my question is, so if you have a very, very awesome moment you've recorded on Snapchat, how can you be able to back it up? Because it will be gone in exactly 24 hours. So there's a quick tip. Just download a screen recorder onto your phone, and then you can use it to record all your actions, and then you're going to cut that video out of that Snapchat and you can enjoy it. If you don't have the option of save, especially WhatsApp, there's no option of save the status. There's only an option of just one day, 24 hours, and it's gone. All right, so that's another tip, right? Very important. Now let's see what we're gonna get from Joshua Kessler. Man, I just love his jam. He's perfect. So let's have something again from Joshua Kessler. I love this music. It says lift him up. Here we go one more time, and I know this is gonna bless somebody. I'm gonna lift him up. I said I'm gonna praise his name. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I think of God's grace and mercy. Let me start it from the top. You can Google this man. His name is Joshua Kessler. He's based in the UK. What to Pittsburgh. And also my friends from Oman, Jordan, all these amazing people. Watu had Geisa in Somaliland. I still want to play this again. Also to my friends at Libra House, Shardy Shipping and Cargo. Every time, those guys keep their word. We're going to show you a video at this coming week of what happened at the National Park. It was incredible. When I think of grace and mercy, what a joy that I feel inside. What a privilege and honor to be called the child of God. And I'm gonna lift you up. I'm gonna praise his name. I'm gonna lift you up. And I am not ashamed. And I'm gonna lift you You know that feeling when you're just about to meet your deadline. It's like a great feeling. It's my heart and my desire to be lift your name on high. 'Cause I'm gonna lift you up. I'm gonna praise your name. All right. I am not ashamed. I'm gonna praise your name. Yes, I'm gonna lift you up, and I am not ashamed. And now I is swept away, and I simply come. Hey, we gotta play this other one back to back. Heart of Worship, the same Joshua Kessler. And then now we're gonna be to this towards the end of our tips. Same rhythm. When I face and all is stripped away, and I simply come. Longing just to bring something that's a word that will bless your heart. You have a blessed a blessed session as we continue to jam. And it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the things I made. And it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the heart of worship. And it's all about you. It's all about you. So tomorrow, make sure if you are Sunday Christian, you better upgrade to an everyday Christian. You alone are worthy of my praise. And I will give you all my worship. I will give you all my praise. You alone, I long to worship. All right, as we hold it down. I just want to talk about the the other things that we were talking about, and then we're going to play this from the top. Don't worry. I was talking about the storage. I was talking about storage. I was talking about power. I was talking about you filing your moments. You know, don't just let the moments pass you by. Make sure they are well filed, and make sure that you name your pictures correctly. Some places you will go, and all you need to do is turn on the notifications of location, so that when you take that picture, it's gonna give you the location, you know, because we have Google all over the world now. However, there's some places where, especially with the wildlife, they tell you switch off the location, so that the location will not lead maybe poachers or some other people to the location where you're getting the animals. But where there are no restrictions, always put on your location. And then before you go into let's say for example tonight you want to go and do a live video with your friends, maybe at your friend's house, or at the lounge where you're going to hang out. all you need to note is, like if you're doing a live video of people and they're not aware, Facebook can actually shut down your feature. You know, they can actually shut it down because you are infringing on the rights of others by filming them in a social place without them knowing. So you need to be careful about that. The other thing that you need to be careful about is, especially with the music, if you're playing music on your Facebook Live, you need to just pick on music that is not copyright infringing, you know. Like these amazing songs that I'm playing, they are great gospel reggae songs, and they don't have any issues if you play them on your channel or anywhere else, because they are not original songs. They're actually like covers. They're singing the covers over them again and again. So since this is not for commercial purposes, that's why I'm able to play some background music as you do that. So back to our photography part. When you your device, which you're going to name as your weapon, when your device is already loaded with the right storage and it has enough power, then you have to start thinking of what pictures are you going to make. You don't just start clicking, you know. You don't just give your child, you don't give your 1-year-old baby and say, baby, take pictures. No, no, no. This is serious. These are great moments. So think about them before you start taking those pictures, and you know, make sure that you can have 2-3 pictures that are clear, that you can use and say, this is when Auntie so-and-so visited. This is when the cousins of so-and-so, they came. But if you have all the pictures and then you have your tongue out, or you have fingers to your face, or you have, you know, some funny faces we do when you're taking pictures with phones, and then 20 years down the line, that's the only photo they have of you. So you have to think of moments as filing. You have to file them. Think of them as time that you are putting together that no one can ever replace. There are photographs that when we took them, we never thought they were amounting to much, but they ended up being masterpieces. Even up to now, they're still being used. There are some of them which are still being used by the politicians. There are some which are still being used by the authors in their books. There are some which are being used in calendars, like our friend Shadi. They have a great calendar that they did with the pictures we did of the previous let me see if I have one desk one here. Yeah, I do. See, like this one, they took time and made a calendar with the pictures we did. So now these pictures are useful to them, and also they can be able to, you know, market themselves using the same. So your phone is no different. When you're taking pictures with it, it is an instrument that can be used to be able to document time and be able to tell others about that time, what you guys were looking like. You know, how you looked like, how your swag was like, how you looked at 22, how you looked at 31, how you looked at 40, how you looked at 60. So it's critical that you remember that gadget you have is not just a phone. It's a great instrument to archive your moments. So please stop just taking pictures, especially ladies and you model friends of mine. You know, I see you pick up your phone and take 15, 20 pictures of you in the same position. And then when you go to your gram, you find you've only used one, but still inside your phone and inside your gadget, you have like 18, 20 pictures of you just, you know, and man, how are you going to be remembered with those pictures like that, you know? You have to think of yourself as a masterpiece. You know, that's how God calls you and He looks at you. You are not a copy of anything, neither are you a filtered person. You are unique. And that's why up to now, please show me someone who's ugly. I'm looking for them. Free photo shoot for the person who looks ugly. Show me. Just 1 or 2. I've not seen. I have photographed countless people, but I've not seen what people call ugly. I've not seen. Everyone is a beautiful soul. When they stand before the camera, they just change, you know. Whatever is within them just begins to come forth, and these people look amazing right in front of the cameras. So when you start photographing things and people, just notice this, that those are not just pictures, but they are great moments that you need to file. All right? Yes. So don't just take pictures for the sake of it. Have meaningful ones, you know. Yes. And for you model friends of mine and ladies, you don't have to be models. I know this one is for you. I know many of you are guilty of this. You have so many pictures, then you post only one because you feel, oh, this other one, my lipstick doesn't look too good. Oh, my eyebrows, or my nails are not done. You know, there's some portraits we got to do, and someone says, no, I don't want to do pictures today. My nails are not done. So, you know, I asked myself, so how are the nails gonna be affecting your portrait 50 years from now? So it's important, guys. Let us make important moments. Don't just go live for the sake of going live. Document, add value to people's lives. If you're using your gadget, document well. Set the correct time on your camera. Make sure that all those moments you're going to document, download. The key word is download. And then after you download, you have to upload, because those two things go hand in hand. The camera that you photograph with is going to record onto the system. Then your work is to download it. Then when you download it, please print at least 1 or 2, because that's the only way you're going to keep them. If you remember the diskette times, this I say this over and over again. If you remember the times of the diskette and the time of the flash disk and now we have the DVDs and all these things, they do fail. But one thing that never fails is the print. Print never ever has it failed, because that's how we still have pictures from the 1940s, from the 1913s, the 1980s. That's how we got our pictures, through print. All right, so my friends, here is how we end this, and I'm thanking God for giving me this opportunity. Asante sana watu wa Pittsburgh, Akina Faith, asante sana for coming out. Thank you, Michelle, all the people that were watching this, and all those that shall watch after this, the US Siko, or this Sikola, or this MD. God bless you so much, all these wonderful people. My family in Geneva, Julia, Larry, Jeruto, and Sana, and those amazing people, Judith, Kiroroy, those beautiful people in Eldoret, pastors and Mrs. Dixon, Mamai, all these amazing people, the House of Grace family, the East Assembly family. I mean, you guys are superb. Lucy, Shohei, Nganga, God bless you, all these amazing people. And as we end this, actually we don't end live videos, we just have to continue to another time. We just got to go to another time. So I'm gonna play Bless the Lord, oh my soul, because tomorrow is Sunday, right? And Eric Joe Munene, your video is coming up. It's gonna be uploaded next. You're gonna watch it on YouTube, and we're gonna also put it here, and we're also gonna send it to you on your WhatsApp, so that you can also consume it on your channel. So it's amazing, and we totally thank God for giving us this opportunity from Glorious Photography Studios. Thank you for hanging out with me. I've been your host, Malcolm David Silla, the lead photographer, and here at Glorious Photography. And also, you can catch up with me on my private Facebook, Malcolm David Silla. It's very easy to get me on Facebook. Just go www.facebook.com/Malcolm Silla. There you can get inspiration. There you can find out what I'm up to. But over here, I'm glad, and I hope that you've gotten some amazing tips on how to document your stuff, and how your pictures are not going to be the same again. All right? So please, people, those are the tips for the day. And here comes... Okay. Adios. So now I gotta go start my weekend, and thank you for watching. At least I'm not wearing this one. Hiyo ni ya kazi. Hii ni ya kwanza weekend. Comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may come,
devil lies before me.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.